Have you ever noticed ants showing up in your house and wondered if there's a deeper meaning behind it? What if I told you their presence might not be random at all? What if these tiny creatures are actually messengers, carrying a powerful spiritual sign directly into your life? In today's video, you're going to discover the spiritual meaning of ants in your home and what the universe could be trying to reveal to you through them. This is not just about insects. This is about awareness, divine signs, and the sacred connection between your space and your soul. If this message is already stirring something inside you, hit the like button, drop a comment below with just one word, ant, if you've ever seen them appear in your home without explanation. Let's dive deep now, because what you're about to uncover may change the way you see everything around you. Since the beginning of time, the ant has walked this earth with a purpose, silent, unnoticed, yet never without meaning. Across ancient civilizations, from African tribes to Eastern mystics, the ant was never seen as just an insect. It was a sign, a sacred symbol of tireless effort, sharp focus, and unshakable discipline. But there's something deeper, something often overlooked. In spiritual teachings, the ant represents alignment with divine timing. It doesn't rush. It doesn't doubt. It simply knows when to act and when to wait. That is divine wisdom in motion. So when ants begin to appear in your home, don't ignore them. They might be carrying a whisper from the universe, a message only you were meant to receive. Some say ants appear when your soul is being tested, when you're standing on the edge of a breakthrough, but only patience and persistence will unlock it. Others believe they are spiritual scouts, sent ahead to warn, to guide, or to awaken something dormant within you. Now ask yourself, why now? Why your house? Why you? What are they trying to show you that you've been refusing to see? Because the truth is, the ant's presence isn't random, and what it reveals next might just shake the foundations of how you see your life. Stay with me. What comes next is something few people have ever realized. Your home is not just a place. It's a mirror of your inner world. Your energy, your emotions, your spiritual atmosphere, all silently reflected through your surroundings. So when ants begin to show up, seemingly out of nowhere, the message is not just physical, it's energetic, it's sacred, it's personal. In many spiritual paths, the appearance of ants is a call to restructure your life. Maybe things look fine on the outside, but deep within, there's clutter, disorder, a lack of alignment between what you say you want and the effort you're truly giving. Ants are drawn to systems, to precision. So when they invade your space, it might be the universe saying, it's time to rebuild, reorganize, refocus. Are you pouring your energy into the right things, or are distractions stealing your destiny? And here's something few people know. Ants often appear in homes where energy is stagnant, places where dreams have been abandoned, goals forgotten, purpose delayed. They move with intention. So if they're surrounding you, maybe it's because your own movements have lost direction. This isn't about pest control. It's about life control. But there's another layer, one even more profound, that might explain why they show up right when they do. And what you're about to hear next could change the way you respond the next time you see even a single, and because it's not just about their presence, it's about their timing. Ants don't just show up. They arrive with a purpose. And if you're paying attention, you'll realize they never come empty-handed. They bring messages. But these messages aren't spoken. They're encoded in patterns, timing, and energy. When ants appear constantly, it's not a coincidence. It's a divine nudge, a call to rise. It's the universe asking, are you really giving your all? Your dreams, your projects, your purpose. Are you treating them like hobbies or like your sacred mission? When ants show up in large numbers, it can be overwhelming. But so is the chaos we sometimes allow into our lives. Too many distractions, too much noise, too many things you're holding on to that no longer serve the future you're building. Their numbers reflect what's piling up inside of you. And their movement? A mirror of your own restlessness. Now, if ants show up during key decision-making moments, stop. That is no accident. Because ants don't act impulsively. They study, they plan, they wait for the perfect moment. They are nature's strategists. So maybe they're appearing to remind you to slow down, to think long-term, to not rush into something just because it looks good now. Ask yourself, what if these tiny beings are here to teach you timing, resilience, and sacred patience? Because here's the truth. When you're on the edge of a breakthrough, the universe often sends a whisper before it sends a roar. And the ants? They are that whisper. But what if their presence is also tied to something spiritually ancient? Something written in sacred texts, hidden in plain sight? What if their message goes beyond you? Stay close. The next revelation might connect everything in a way you never expected. Long before science studied the behavior of ants, the Bible had already revealed their wisdom. In Proverbs 6:6 it says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise." That's not just advice. That's a divine command. God himself points to the ant as a model of sacred diligence. But why would something so small carry such a powerful lesson? Because ants don't wait for orders. They act. They prepare in silence. They build when no one's watching. And they never give up. Even when obstacles rise. Spiritually, they represent a rare combination of humility and strength. They don't boast, they don't complain, but they always advance. God uses them as a living parable, showing us what it truly means to live with purpose, planning, and faith-driven action. So if ants are showing up around you, maybe it's because your future is being tested. Maybe heaven is asking, are you preparing for what you've been praying for? Are you planting seeds, or just waiting for a harvest? These creatures carry no titles, no fame, and yet their work changes entire ecosystems. That's impact, that's legacy. And God may be calling you to embrace that same kind of quiet power. Could it be that what you've been calling a distraction in your home is actually a divine invitation? To rise, to act, to trust. But there's one more layer to this, something more personal. Because ants don't just show up in any space. They choose specific places, for very specific reasons. And the way they show up in your life might be revealing more than you ever imagined. When the universe speaks, it rarely uses words. It sends signs, precise, personal, and powerful. And ants? They are one of the most overlooked messengers of all. But to understand what they're saying, you must look beyond the surface. You must decode the context. Where are they appearing? When? And what's happening in your life at that exact moment? If ants are gathering near your food, this could be more than a household issue. It might be a divine alert, a signal to protect. Your health, your energy, your body temple, what you consume is not just physical, it's spiritual. And maybe, just maybe, you've been feeding your body but starving your soul. If they show up near your bed, take a closer look at your inner world, your rest, your thoughts, your heart. It may be a sign that your mind is cluttered, your emotions scattered, that even in stillness there is unrest, and something inside you is begging to be brought back into balance. Now, if ants appear in your workspace, ask yourself, have you been postponing the dream God placed inside you? Are you organizing your time around your calling, or around your fears. The location of the ants is not random, it's targeted. It's a mirror reflecting back the exact place in your life that needs healing, structure, or realignment. Because here's a truth few people dare to accept. The universe doesn't send signs you're not ready for. So if you're seeing this, now one, it means you're ready to shift, ready to grow, ready to awaken to what's truly happening beneath the surface of your everyday life. But there's one final revelation, one last message that ties everything together. And it's the most transformative part of all. Are you ready to hear it? Nothing in your life is random. If ants have been crossing your path, invading your space, showing up again and again, it's because a divine whisper is turning into a sacred roar. Heaven is calling your attention, not to fear, but to awaken. You weren't chosen to live a life of chaos, distraction, or spiritual blindness. You were chosen to rise, to lead, to walk with awareness, intention, and divine clarity. Ants don't come to disturb your peace. They come to reveal what's hidden, to expose what needs order, to ignite a fire where there was once apathy. So, ask yourself, right now, what is God asking you to build? Where is He calling you to focus? What in your life must finally be aligned with the mission burning inside your soul? This is not just about insects. This is about instruction. Spiritual strategy. A holy pattern appearing in your physical world. You are not here by accident. You are being prepared. And if this message is reaching your ears, it's because the next chapter of your life begins with this awakening. From now on, never look at a single ant the same way again, because they're not just crawling, they're carrying messages. Now breathe deeply, lift your head, and repeat this out loud in the comments below. I see the signs. I walk with purpose. If this stirred something deep in your spirit, share this message. Be the light for someone else who's still searching in the dark. Because when the chosen awaken, the world changes. And you, yes, you were chosen for this moment. Right here, right now, let it begin. Let it move. Let it transform.